Hello, Lightworkers. How are you hanging in? I just wanted to share with you a few tips because the exhausted Lightworkers are responding everywhere and everybody is feeling it. So, my heart goes out to all of us, but I'm so grateful to each and every one of you because we're doing the work that needs to be done. And we did have soul contracts to come down and hold the light, and we are holding it. We're doing a fabulous job. So, I wanted to share with you some tips on what is happening with our energy. I tried to put this out yesterday and my computer just would not cooperate. So, I let it be exhausted, just like me. And today it's working quite wonderfully. So, I'm going to get in everything I possibly can. So, this will be just a little bit longer. Um, I wanted to say that literally we are changing from carbon 666 to crystalline, and our physical structure is has always been electromagnetic, and that is the reason why so many medications, so many products, so many GMO type foods are so devastating to our bodies, and why we need to start to understand how our electromagnetic body works. So, as we are becoming more and more crystalline, a lot of the work that we're doing at night, on top of timeline jumping, creating more positive outcomes, anchoring in our light, all of the things I said in the other video, um, working through our dreams on issues that we have not been able to resolve, we are also clearing so many issues that don't even belong to us. So, to sit down and analyze all of those issues really doesn't serve your highest and best purpose at this time. If it's something that hits you and you're like, wow, I really better dive deeper in this, great, go dive into it. But there is a really good chance that a whole bunch of the stuff that's being thrown to you isn't even yours to hold on to. So the best thing that you can do is clear it. And the purpose of clearing is to be able to vibrate at your highest level, to let all the crystalline and DNA particles, every bit of your being start to vibrate on a higher level with the universe around you and the higher dimensions. So, one way to think of it is that all the higher dimensional beings, whether they're angels or star people, whoever they may be, even Mother Earth, who is the trees are vibrating at higher levels. They've already passed through into the higher dimensions. So all of those are sending you energy. They want to work one on one with you. You have to be willing to open up your mind and start to realize energy is coming in to you and for you from all different directions. Because of this, universe, source, whatever you call it, is asking you to start to recreate your own physical being and what it is that you need in the way that you need it, which is why so many of the old devices or programs that we used to use, including, believe it or not, many of our herbs that we may have relied on, may not be working quite as well for us because we are becoming more and more light. The more light you become, the more you vibrate with the new sun, the more you vibrate with energy that comes in around you, the more you're able to put away the electronics. You will begin to expand your telekinetic abilities and your telepathy, and you will start to vibrate with nature around you, which is why they are asking us to start to look at each of the herbs that we're using and anything that we're doing and put our intention and what we need it to give us into each one. So I'm going to give you some examples because um, oftentimes we go out and we try all these different things. Oh, this is the latest, this is the newest. And there are some beautiful products coming out, but many people are financially just hurting at the moment. And if you go back and hear one of my first videos, you'll understand what happened to me. So, not having to spend money is totally okay because it is pushing us to create what we need from our energetic level so that we can fulfill and grow at the time and the way that we need to. Our DNA can reconnect as we need it, and we can get the electromagnetic energies from the higher beings and create that relationship so that we move into feeling fantastic and not always all of this exhaustion. We're still going to feel the exhaustion because we're doing so much work at night. So, the most important thing is getting a deep night's sleep and getting as much rest and relaxation as you can. And it's so counterintuitive to many of us who work so hard. But until you are able to go within and calm down and start to really begin to bring in energies and focus on your needs, then you can't be available to do things for others. So I'm going to go through a little list, which I will try to post below if my computer's still cooperating, um, of some of the things that I do still think are really essential. You pick your brand for the most part. And yes, going into a pharmacy or a CVS and picking any run of the mill herb is not the best decision because most of them have absolutely 0% energy. So start by finding a really good health store or doing a little bit more research on that level. We are all lacking at this moment, no matter who you are, magnesium. So, one of my favorite magnesiums, and this is actually a cheap one, is Carlson, Carlson, 400 milligrams. And this one is a liquid tab. And you can get 250 soft gels for, I don't even know, 15, $20. So you only take one at night, and one of the things about the liquid magnesium that helped me so much was just being able to calm down and relax at night. And then, if you hear my story, I had Crohn's disease for years. So you want to be careful when you first take it because it may actually give you the runs. I'm being honest. But then eventually everything will begin to flow more smoothly through you. You'll have better bowel movements. You'll be more regular and it will help you on all forms as well as with the relaxation. Now, this is not the highest brand. This will not vibrate the highest, but it works really well for me. And remember, I take my pills and I put the intention into them. So before I take them, I say, thank you. And it sounds ridiculous, but it works. Thank you for this beautiful magnesium that is going to help me sleep and help me be regular and help me wake up in the morning feeling wonderful. And through that, you are actually creating an energetic bond as you're going to create with the sun and with the universe and your star beings. And it simply shows universe what it is that you need and how it is that they can bring in the help. So magnesium at night, oh, I just think it's incredible. It makes a huge difference. I did all of these on Twitter right after the first lockdown, but of course I don't have that account. So I'm doing it all again. The other thing at night that I find is really great is just a little bit of either CBD oil and or hemp. And I actually like hemp better, but I ran out of it. And because of the state that I'm in, it was easy for me to get some CBD. So the CBD, the one that I have, is not a really special brand. You can probably pick it up anywhere. One of the ones that I liked that I used at one point was Sun's Oil. And this one is just 30 milliliters in 1 fluid ounce. And literally, you just take 5 or 6 little drops at night before you go to bed. And the beautiful thing about CBD and hemp is that they were actually created, they were gifts from the Pleiadians, actually, CBD. Um, they were created to help all of our electromagnetic nerves shoot and repair and do the things that they're supposed to do. So, literally, a few drops of CBD or hemp are very good for your system. They're calming, They will help you sleep at night, and they will help you start to get rid of these racing thoughts that so many people have. And if you are having racing thoughts, you can't change the channel. Always focus down into your throat and or into your heart, and try to stay centered on that section for as long as you possibly can. And miraculously, you will see that all of those racing thoughts start to disappear. It's a fantastic trick. I don't know how it works. I know it works. The other thing is essential oils. Peppermint essential oil is fantastic. You can buy the pure amount in the fluid ounces. Like one fluid ounce is $12 potentially. And it literally, if you put a drop in your nose, believe it or not, just right on your nose, your little nostril, not way up, just on the tip, on each nostril, this is one of the most fantastic ways to keep yourself from picking up anything when you go outside and are around people who are transferring whatever they may be transferring. So, no masks, couple drops of peppermint oil, and you are well on your way. This this container will last all year. The other great thing is that peppermint oil, if you have a little acre of pain somewhere, just take a drop, put it right on your body, and you will find that the pain starts to dissipate. And once again, talk to your body. I am using this peppermint drop to put it on my knee, which is bothering me, and I am asking that this pain be removed. And as you start to get better at this, you will literally be able to move anything through your system. At night, another wonderful thing is, and you have your choice, is you want something that will help you clear a lot of the toxins that are out there. Whether it's something you ate, something you drank, something that came in the air, was sprayed in the air, maybe someone you came in contact with, it doesn't matter. So my very favorite is Shilajit, spelt Shilajit. And this one, I get 120 vegan caps from Health Force Superfoods Integrity Extracts. Again, I'll try to post that. Not that expensive. You literally take one a night. No, I'm sorry, 3 a night. You take 3 a night of these. And what it does is it works as a clearing through your system. Now, if you can afford the higher brands, or if you can even get the pure black Shilajit, which has so many minerals in it, that's even more fantastic. But we're talking about the ones on a shoestring budget when all of a sudden all our assets get frozen on us. The other one, if you don't have Shilajit, another one that's highly recommended is something called Zeolite. And this is done by Touchstone Essentials, called Pure Body. This is only 5 drops. They often give coupons. This is a phenomenal company. Again, everything that I'm talking about, no one knows that I'm talking about it. I get no compensation for any of this. And you can use this instead of the Shilajit. Whichever is easier for you, whichever you find you vibrate with more. And sometimes you do have to pay attention to the cash you have. And that's okay, because the universe really wants us to start letting go of some of the things that we've held on to in order for our energies to begin to vibrate at the right level. Then there is something called fulvic mineral drops. This is done at breakfast. You drop like 5 drops or a dropper full, up to 15, pardon me, into your coffee or tea or whatever it is that you're drinking. And this replaces minerals that we couldn't possibly get because our food is so depleted, our soil is so depleted. And last but not least, it is still good to have an organic probiotic. So you want one that fills all of the different blends. So you don't want just acidophilus, you want all the other ones. Salvarius, Cassi, Plantarum, I think. There's so many. But one of the ones that I do use is Mary Ruth's Organic Liquid Probiotic. Again, I used this for a long time. Now, this is more expensive. This is $40 for the liquid. But because I had so many issues with the Crohn's disease that I cured myself, this one helped very much for me. So I wanted to share that. But as you can see, that is very little. All the rest is done through, again, energy intention. So if you know anything about Dr. Emoto, you'll know that water has a vibration and our body is highly vibratory. So if you possibly can get pure spring water, that's your number one choice. But if you're in a situation where you have to boil your water, there's nothing else you can do, you can't buy or find fresh water, boil your water, let it cool, try to boil it. Of the chlorine, believe it or not, it is about 15 minutes. Let it cool. And then what you do is you pour it through a carbon filtration, which is cheap, even a Brita. That's totally fine. And then the very best thing that I found is putting it into a copper mug. My favorite one came from shopotiein.com from India. Now that was $30, but I've used it for years now. And what you do is you pour the water in, you give it the intention. I love you, you're perfect, you're healing, you're wonderful. Today I need your help with this. You're doing a great job. You are connecting all my DNA strands, you are connecting all my vibratory levels, and you just go on and talk to the water. And then as you drink it all day long, drink as much as you possibly can to hydrate, because we really do need hydration now. It will work alongside of you. So the fact is, you really do not need any designer drugs. You don't necessarily need to be running to each and every little thing that comes. I thought very seriously about doing some of the patches. I bet they're wonderful. But the thing is, we're being asked to use our body to help it to grow and to expand. So as you start to look at what you need, kind of look at the herbs and talk to them. Yes, they were created to help us, no doubt. But a lot of things are changing. We're even moving into a level where we'll end up putting a seed underneath our tongue before we plant it, so that the energy from the plant will vibrate back to us as it grows and gives us exactly what we need. So, as usual, I always ask, keep an open mind, do the best that you can do, definitely love on yourself. You do need sleep and rest right now. You are going through way more than you realize. Always keep a heart open of gratitude. Put your intention for the highest and best out. If you possibly can, put on a funny movie or watch adorable animals, because the more you laugh, that is so good for your system. So is drumming. Drumming is a great DNA vibratory growth and harmonizing thing to do. So I know these are bizarre and crazy, but I wanted to share. I did another video for people who may be more new to looking after your body. So I think I called it 12 bizarre things you can do to help you. So if you're a little bit newer on this journey, go back and listen to that. I know it's long. I think it's like 30 minutes, but there are things in there we just don't think of. So I am sending all of you such wonderful love. I know you're exhausted. We're all exhausted, but we're doing this. It's very exciting. And our energies are helping bring and collapse the matrix. So I will see you as we all grow and expand, sending love out to all of you. Have a wonderful, incredible day. If you like this, definitely please share. Love you.